Hey, Yankees fans. Hope you're having an awesome day. If you love the Yankees and haven't subscribed yet, you know what to do. But let's dive straight into the news because, honestly, there's some frustrating stuff we need to talk about. Don't worry, though. There's some good news, too, and we'll get to that in a bit. First off, the injury bug just won't leave Yankees camp alone. Clark Schmidt gave us a little scare, but he threw a bullpen session today and felt great. That's a relief because Yankees fans, myself included, were already panicking. Schmidt assured everyone that the team is just being smart and cautious, and that he wouldn't be throwing if there was any serious concern. That's good to hear, because we need him healthy, no question about it. Instead, without Cole, and if Schmidt were to miss time, the Yankees would be forced to rely on Marcus Stroman. And let's be honest, before spring training, the team was trying to trade him, but there were no takers. His second half last year was rough, with a 5.98 ERA from June through September. Is September alone? A near 9.00 ERA. That's not great. Then there's Carlos Carrasco, or Cookie Carrasco, who's been a fun story in spring training, posting a solid 2.45 ERA over 11 innings. Aaron Boone seems to love him, and if he continues to pitch well, why not give him a shot? But let's not forget that just last year, in 21 starts, he had a 5.64 ERA. And then there's Will Warren. He was looking good in spring training, but his most recent start saw him give up 3 runs in 4 innings, bumping his ERA up. Last year, in just over 22 innings at the major league level, he had a brutal 10.32 ERA. So, yeah, losing Schmidt would be disastrous because that would mean 3/5 of the rotation is gone. Right now, you have Rodon and Fried set to start the season, with Rodon getting the opening day nod. But beyond that, it's shaky. I really hope Stroman can have a redemption season. He was lights out last May with a 1.70 ERA, but after that, everything fell apart. If he can return to that form, sign me up. But as it stands, this Yankees rotation is walking on thin ice. And if that wasn't enough, Paul Goldschmidt left today's game after 3 innings because of back discomfort. He downplayed it, saying his back was just a little sore, and Boone decided to pull him as a precaution. Goldschmidt himself said he could have played the whole game, but saw no reason to push it in spring training. That's fair, but let's be real. If his back is acting up now, that's not exactly reassuring. If he starts the season on the IL too, that would be another huge blow. All right, enough with the bad news. Let's talk about the bright spots in spring training. Jason Dominguez had a slow start, but in his last 8 games, he's been on fire. 3 home runs and nearly a .400 batting average. This kid is heating up, and I love it. He's got so much potential, and when he locks in, he's an absolute beast. We saw in the minors last year when he hit over .300. Give him some time, and he's going to be special. Ben Rice is another standout, bringing his batting average up to .279 with 4 home runs. He's been hitting absolute rockets all over the field. Then there's J.C. Escarra, who's competing for the backup catcher spot and has been crushing it, hitting .368 with 3 home runs and an OPS over 1.000. Love to see it. Now let's talk about someone who needs to pick it up, Anthony Volpe. He's hitting .139 in spring training with a 490 OPS. That's just not going to cut it. We're expecting a huge season from him, and he's got to start showing it now. He was once ranked the 6th best prospect in all of baseball, so the expectations are high for a reason. This guy can hit for both average and power. We've seen it before. But he needs to turn things around fast. Oswald Peraza is another guy who's struggling, batting .190. I really thought he'd run away with the third base job. Meanwhile, Oswaldo Cabrera is making a strong case, hitting .333 with 2 home runs this spring. He's looking really solid, so in my book, he's the Yankees' starting third baseman. So yeah, there's a lot of good happening in camp, but man, this injury bug is no fun at all. Hopefully, Schmidt, Goldschmidt, and everyone else dealing with issues can stay healthy, because the Yankees are going to need all hands on deck this season. Speaking of players who need to step up, let's talk about the Yankees' overall offensive outlook heading into the season. While some guys have been thriving, others are leaving a lot to be desired. And that's a bit concerning, especially with how much pressure is already on the pitching staff. One of the biggest question marks remains Giancarlo Stanton. Look, we all know what Stanton is capable of when he's locked in. He can absolutely destroy baseballs. But the problem is we haven't seen that version of him consistently in a long time. Injuries, slumps, and declining bat speed have made him a shadow of the player he once was. This spring, he's been okay, not great, not terrible. But the Yankees don't need okay from Stanton. They need him to be a force in the middle of the lineup. If he struggles out of the gate, things could get ugly fast. Another guy under the microscope is DJ LeMahieu. At his peak, LeMahieu was an on-base machine, a contact hitter who could spray the ball all over the field. But over the past couple of seasons, injuries have slowed him down, and his production has dipped. The Yankees are banking on him bouncing back, but that's a risky bet. If he can regain even 80% of his old form, that would be huge. But if he continues to decline, the infield situation could get messy. Then there's Aaron Judge. No concerns there. When he's on the field, he's one of the best hitters in baseball, period. The only question is health. Can he stay on the field for 140-plus games? If he can, he's a legitimate MVP candidate every single year. But if the injuries pile up again, the Yankees' offense loses its biggest weapon. Now, let's talk about Juan Soto. The Yankees brought him in to be a game changer, and all signs point to him living up to the hype. The guy is just an on-base machine. Even when he's not hitting home runs, he's drawing walks, making pitchers work, and setting the table for the rest of the lineup. If he and Judge can stay healthy and hit back-to-back, that's one of the most dangerous duos in baseball. So what's the best-case scenario for this Yankees offense? Simple. Judge and Soto stay healthy and dominate. Stanton finds some consistency. LeMahieu rebounds. Volpe takes a step forward, and guys like Dominguez and Cabrera contribute. If all of that happens, this team can be scary. But what's the worst-case scenario? Injuries pile up, Stanton continues to decline, Volpe struggles, and the Yankees find themselves relying on depth pieces who just aren't ready. That's why this season is so fascinating. The talent is there, but so are the question marks. It's going to come down to health, consistency, and whether or not key players can rise to the occasion. One thing's for sure, this is going to be a season full of ups and downs. Buckle up, Yankees fans, because it's going to be a wild ride. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. The New York Yankees are stirring the MLB landscape with an exciting rumor that has fans buzzing. The possibility of acquiring one of the game's brightest stars, Manny Machado. Known for his elite defensive abilities and powerful bat, Machado's name has been at the forefront of trade discussions, and now, the Yankees are eager to add him to their already stacked roster. But what does this mean for the team's future? Machado, currently with the San Diego Padres, has long been regarded as one of the top players in Major League Baseball. Since his debut in 2012, the 31-year-old has garnered a reputation for both his remarkable defensive prowess and his explosive offensive numbers. With a career marked by 5 All-Star appearances and 2 Gold Gloves, Machado's potential arrival in the Bronx would be nothing short of a game-changer. His ability to play both third base and shortstop gives the Yankees a level of flexibility they desperately need in their infield. For the Yankees, the addition of Machado could ignite a new chapter in their quest for another championship. With a 10-year, $300 million contract with the Padres, Machado is certainly one of the league's highest-paid players, but the Yankees' financial muscle makes them one of the few teams capable of landing him. As a team with World Series aspirations, the Yankees see Machado as a perfect fit for their long-term plans, someone who can consistently produce at the plate while also bolstering their defense. Machado's statistics speak for themselves. With over 1,000 career RBIs, 29 home runs in the 2024 season, and a career high of 164 home runs for the Padres, he's a slugger the Yankees could build their lineup around. His performance in the postseason, including a pivotal role in leading the Dodgers to the 2018 World Series, further cements his reputation as a player who rises to the occasion when the stakes are high. The Yankees' potential pursuit of Machado is a reminder of the franchise's ongoing drive to remain at the top of the baseball world. With the team's power-hitting lineup and elite pitching staff, Adding a player of Machado's caliber could be the final piece in their quest for a 28th World Series title. The next few months will be critical as the MLB landscape waits with bated breath to see if this blockbuster move comes to fruition. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.